Okay, for this next example, example number 3 in your book on page 147, notice the main difference is instead of them giving us equations already prepared and ready to solve, what did they give us? What are we looking at here? A word problem. And lots of times people see word problems and they're like, I'm done. I quit. You know, they are immediately intimidated. And I want you to know that you don't have to be. Last week we looked at identifying keywords and turning things into being able to write our own equations, okay? So let's try it. We've got Green's Gym charges a one-time fee of $50 plus $30 per session for a personal trainer. A new fitness center charges a yearly fee of $250 plus $10 for each session with a trainer. For how many sessions is the cost of the two plans the same? All right, well, let's break it down. What do we actually want to know? For how many sessions is the cost of the two plans the same? When you hear the word same, what do you think? What do you think? Good job, Donovan and Devin. Equal. So I want to know when these two plans are equal. So check this out. If I could just put an equal sign in the middle, I need to write down an equation for one of the situations, so like Green's Gym on the left side, and I can write down an equation for the new fitness center on the right side, and then we want to know when they're the same, okay? So we just from picking up keywords, we know what we got to do, all right? All right, so let's break down Green's Gym, okay? Green's Gym says a one-time fee of $50 plus $30 per session. What key words do we see there? What key words do we see for Green's Gym? What key words do we see for Green's Gym? Micaiah. Say that again. Of, okay. Possibly in this situation it's not the same. What about this? What does plus mean? We're adding. And here's another key word. What is per? $30 per session. We're talking times, right? So $30 every time. All right, so correct me if I'm wrong. For Green's Gym, we're going to have $50 plus or added to $30 times every session. So let's define a variable. How about we do S equals a session? Is everyone okay with that? So $50 plus 30 times every session. So Green's Gym, the equation is going to look like 50 plus 30S. Now, what about this new fitness center? Like right away, you're like, holy cow, $250 plus $10 for each session. So it's a similar thing, except we got $250 plus $10 for each session. And there we have our equation. And once again, we want to know where they're equal. So what have we come up with? We've come up with an equation that has variables on both sides. So who wants to tell me what our first step is going to be? Caitlin, what would you do first? Okay, what are we going to subtract? All right, subtracting is correct. Someone help. Caitlin, what are we going to subtract? Bree? Subtract just 10? 10S. Very good, Bree. It's very important. That's a very big difference. Okay, so we're going to subtract all of 10S from this side. That's a zero pair. Going to cancel out. I also have to subtract 10S from this side. Right? So what am I going to be left with on the left? 50, 30S minus 10S leaves me how many S's? 20. Very good. So I've got 20 S's left. And on the right, I've now got 250. Now what am I going to do? Trey, what do you think? Divide. Are we going to divide yet? What do you think? We got to subtract the 50. Good way to catch your mistake. Good job. So I'm going to get rid of this 50 first. And now I've got 20S equals 200, right? Now what are we going to do, Bree? Now we divide by 20 on both sides. And S equals 10. So what did we just determine? Go back and look at the question. What were they asking us? For how many sessions is the cost of the two plans the same? So we just determined that if you're going to have 10 sessions with a personal trainer, it doesn't matter what gym you go to. It doesn't matter whether you go to Green's Gym or you go to the new fitness center, because the cost is going to be the same. Does that make sense? Now, let's think about this real quick. If I'm going to go to more than 10 sessions, which ones do you think is going to be cheaper? Well, probably the new fitness center, because it's just going to be another $10 each time. But the Green's Gym will be another $30, right? So if you're going to go less than 10 personal training sessions, you want to go with Green's Gym. If you're going to go to more than 10, you probably want to go to the new fitness center. If you're going to go to exactly 10 training sessions, then it doesn't really matter which one you go with, okay? There is a similar problem towards the bottom of page 147. Got it, C. I would like you to try that right now.